What's up, everybody? Today we got something really weird going on. I got my truck on the lift. My truck is a 2016 Ford F150 Super Crew Cab long bed, and apparently just like every 30,000 miles or so you gotta like re-grease the drive shafts in these things. So I had mine actually replaced under warranty at 30,000 miles, and now at 82,000 miles I can kind of feel the same exact feeling that it had at 30,000 miles. And what I found is that actually the slip yoke has some coating on it, and the coating wears off and it creates it to be kind of sticky, and it doesn't really feel like a vibration or a shudder or like a clunk. It's more like an unsolicited shift feeling. So you think it kind of feels like your transmission shifting, but it's not. And I'm gonna get up under there and re-grease the yoke. Ford actually sells a kit to do this, and there was a recall on the Raptors, but no other F-150s for this exact problem. So we're gonna go up in there and we're gonna fix it, and I'll show you how to do it. So here's my truck up on the lift. There's nothing really cool done to it. I really view my truck as kind of a tool rather than any type of performance vehicle. I haven't done basically any mods to it. It's just basically stock. And if we look under here, that's the drive shaft. So I got a two-piece drive shaft all the way up to there, and I think there might be a slip joint here, but I don't want to take all this apart because I don't have this clamp. The kit didn't come with this clamp. It came with a much smaller one for an older truck, I think. So I'm going to focus on this slip yoke here coming out of the transfer case. And I can't really get it on camera, but you can actually see where it's been moving, the different colors on the yoke there. So I know this one moves. It might be sticky. I'm gonna pull it out, re-grease it, and put it back in. I don't know if you guys ever seen the brakes I put on this thing, but these Hawk Performance rotors and pads made such a difference compared to the EBCs I had before. They're so much better, and they look cool. I put a paint line on here just to make sure I put the drive shaft back in the same spot. Ooh. Well, these are slotted, so keep that in mind. You don't have to take them all the way out like I did. Yeah. There we go. Alright guys, so I got the drive shaft out, and if we're looking at it here, actually the coating is on the inside of here. So it's dry as a bone in there. There's a little bit of transmission fluid, but nothing crazy. And this is the kit from Ford. I think it's for an older one, honestly, but it comes with the right grease. This kind of like white grease. Apparently they had like a green grease before this, but now it's white. And this is like 25 bucks on Amazon for this little bag of grease, basically. But I'm gonna take this grease, I'm gonna stick it in that hole, then I'm gonna stick this in the hole in the transfer case. Came with the whole packet, so I figured I should put the whole packet in there. We'll just...
Are you sure that's not too much, right?
It's pretty deep.
Are you fingering it so much?
I'm just making sure it's in all the grooves.
You could at least put a glove on.
Man, the pictures of the new drive shafts I saw had this thing like piled with grease in it, so I'm putting it all in there. Ah, jeez. So I'll stick it in here. All right, and then let me know where it needs to rotate. Yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. Sometimes you need a little help from your friends. So there you have it. Pretty easy fix. Apparently you have to do this like every 30 to 40,000 miles. My first drive shaft lasted 30,000 miles, and my second drive shaft has now lasted 50,000 miles. So I really hope this actually fixes it. I'm about to do like a 1,200 mile trip in the truck, so I just wanted to get this done and settled before I left. And let me show you everything we did and what it looks like now. One thing I didn't explain was this paint line. So this paint line I put on here because I wanted the drive shaft to go back where it was, and that's just because of rust buildup. So you can see there's a little rust on here. I didn't want to put it back in another spot where it had some rust buildup and was a little crooked or something, because that could cause a vibration. When you get to the center carrier bearing, this bolt here is not slotted. The hole for it's not slotted, so this one comes all the way out. This one you just have to loosen because it's slotted on the top of the bearing. And then I think the yoke's pretty self-explanatory. You can actually see some of the grease in there now. And that just slides out. All right, guys, so I'm driving back from the shop, and the real test won't be until I get on the highway. But initial impressions, the kind of unsolicited shift feeling on and off throttle is gone. So I'm super stoked that it actually feels like it works so far. But I'll test it on the highway tomorrow and see if, you know, there's still this, like, it's not really a vibration, so I don't like to call it a vibration, but it is kind of like a wobble. I guess a wobble is a good way to put it. And it's just from the yoke, you know, slipping in and out of the transfer case, like, harshly. So every time you hit like a crack in the road or a small change in the rear suspension, which, you know, the yoke would normally move, that's when I think it's happening. So on the highway, when you're going down the highway, you know, you hit a lot of things very fast and you can kind of feel it a little more pronounced, I guess you could say. But on this short little trip home, you know, it really feels very smooth in comparison to what it was. I mean, I feel like before I could feel every bump and crack in the road, and now it feels quite a bit smoother. And I really hope it fixed it, but we'll test it tomorrow. If this is your first time on my channel, this isn't my usual content, so click over to the other videos and check out the fabrication and the drifting and the cars that we build outside of my F-150. Alright guys, so it's the next day. We've done about 500 miles on the truck since we did the Driveshaft slip yoke re-grease thing. And it's safe to say that the kind of weird rotational vibration I had at high speed is gone, and also the kind of phantom shift or you know, unsolicited shift feeling is gone. So I'm super stoked. I'm super happy that it all worked. If you like this type of content, please hit the subscribe button. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button. If you have some questions or some advice, leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you. I'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching.